video is a little bit different. There's gonna be no training, so if you want to see me training, click off. So I had lots of people ask me about like some of the equipment I use, skipping ropes, shoes, bits and bobs. So I wanted to do like what's in my gym bag video. So pretty much just get straight into it. Firstly, the bag. It's just a TYR bag I got when I was sponsored by them, and I just kept it. It's just literally a normal bag. It's nothing crazy. It's got a few pockets. Right, put this to the side and I'll just pull stuff out. So firstly, on the top of my bag, because it's super crammed, I have my X Podium clips just in the box that they came in. I use these for lifting and stuff and workouts. They're just good to have. Good for like online workouts when you don't want your plates to move and you don't want to have to use the gym clips, which aren't normally pretty good. Then I've got my go-to knee sleeves, my Frog knee sleeves. These are size small and they're like the reversible ones where you can change them to black, which I always like. Next, I got also another knee sleeve. I've got 3 knee sleeves because I have 2 knee sleeves on my leg, 2 knee sleeves on my knees, and then 1 for when I do rope climb. So this is like my rope climb knee sleeve, which isn't, it's not in too bad condition, but this is my rope climb knee sleeve. Got my weightlifting belt. Got a 2-pood weightlifting belt. I've had this for ages. Extra size, extra small. Just does the job. Good weightlifting belt. I don't use my belt too often, but super good. My shoes. The shoes that I'm wearing at the moment are the Launch Edition TYR CXT2s. These are probably my favorite ones. I just like the red and like the clear kind of bottom of the shoe. Pretty worn in, but these are the shoes I'm wearing at the moment. That's my first pair of shoes in my bag. Then I've got my Frog tape. Comes in a container. I've already used one, but there's normally 3 tapes. Just pink tape is the one I use now. Just keep 3 in at a time because I go through so much tape and I go through these all the time. Another Frog product. Then I've got some lifting straps. They're Sendit lifting straps. I think they're Sunny Webster's lifting straps. Pretty good, just simple to use. But yeah, lifting straps for clean pulls, snatch pulls, sometimes deadlifts. It's always good to have lifting straps. It just saves your thumbs because doing heavy clean pulls and snatch pulls really mess up your thumbs. So got those. My running shoes. Boom. These are the TYR SR1 Tempo shoes. These are super lightweight and they're very flat. I like flat running shoes. I do have other running shoes, but these are the ones in my bag. But these are so good for running, and I would even lift in them, do anything in them. Just the only thing that I wouldn't do in them is climb a rope because they would just shred the sides. But I would use these for everything. Then we've got my skipping rope. My RX Smart Gear skipping rope bag. It says Hyrox Brisbane, so no, I did a Hyrox. Here's the handles. It's a RX Smart Gear Evo Gen 2 rope. This rope is just like insane. They're quite expensive, but it's like an investment. They spin super well. There's no point buying all those cheaper speed ropes, and they say they're super good because they just break. Staying on skipping ropes. I've got my RX Smart Gear, what was it, Frevo rope, the one that I use for like crossovers and stuff, crossover rope. But that's in my bag. I don't use it too often, but if I need it, it's there. Then I've got some Frog, another Frog product, Frog sweatbands, pink. I don't know why I have so much pink stuff in my bag at the moment, but that's just what it is. Because normally I swap these out. I've got tons of sweatbands, but we've got some Frog pink ones. Got more sweatbands, more pink ones. Yeah, I really like the pink thing for some reason, but these ones are a bit grubby, so. And then I've got my grips. My Frog grips. These are the Base 2.0 HD grips in extra large, and they have the finger holes in them too. So I use these for everything. Ring muscle ups, toes to bar, chest to bars, whatever, kettlebell swings. These are my go-to grips. I don't use the chalkless grips. But if you were to use the chalkless grips, it would be because you have real slick bars at your gym. So yeah, grips. I've got My Frog wrist wraps. These are super good. I've actually been using these a lot more. I never used to use wrist wraps, but I use these a lot now just because my wrists have been not 100%, so these are great. Easy to put on, they're really supportive, and they also look cool. So there's those. More sweatbands. More sweatbands. Some white ones from Frog again. These will get dirty real quick. Last pair, I got another fresh pair of white Frog sweatbands. Always can't have enough sweatbands in your bag. Then I've got my wad sleeves. They get dirty, but these are just like a sock fabric, stretchy with some little like rubber things. They're not knee sleeves. They're probably what volleyball players would wear, but without the padding on the front. They're just like support, keep your knees warm, and they're just handy to have in your bag because they don't take up too much room. But it's those wad sleeves from Frog Rips. Then I have my last pair of shoes. More TYRs, more red shoes. These are the CXT2 carbon CrossFit shoes. Red with the gum sole and the black laces. I really like these. I don't wear them at all, to be honest though. They're like my good shoes, my good CrossFit shoes you could say. And that's pretty much it for the main compartment in my bag. Nothing left in there, that's everything in there. And now we'll move on to the sides, the side pockets. Right, I've got some Voltaren Rapid 25 in case I'm just aching in training or I have like niggly. It's more so for when I'm like doing qualifiers or I'm competing. Yeah, I barely really have this, it just sits in my bag, but Voltaren. And then I've got my Perform cream. I just did a little video on this on Instagram the other day. It's like a bicarb that you rub on, bicarb cream that reduces lactic acid during your workouts. I don't use it super often because I've said it's more like a special cream, so I use it for like events or like online qualifying workouts or maybe long endurance pieces. But yeah, this stuff's awesome. Then we move on to my accessory little pouch, which is this little pouch at the front, which you would probably put shoes in, but I put all my little accessory things. So I have a Kmart peanut rolling ball thing. This was like $5. I use this for my upper back. I just roll on it, and I have like a heavy sandbag on my chest, and I just like roll out, and it really releases my back, so I use this a lot. And then I've got mobility wad bands from Rogue. These are for like when you, what are they called? Floss bands, I think. And you just wrap them around your legs, tighten up your legs, and it just stops the blood, and then you take them off and it sends heaps of blood to your knees or whatever you want to use it for. But I've got one of these. And then I've got like a, I think you call these booty bands. I've got a Pixel booty band thing in pink. Some more bands, same thing but just cheaper bands. There's like light, strong and extra strong bands or whatever. I use these a lot for like my hips, my rotator cuffs, shoulders. But yeah, I've got one of these stretching bands for like more accessory stuff, rotations like this, like pulling, I don't know, whatever. And then I've got a big resistance band, just a big band for stretching. It's more so for competition because they never have like warm-up equipment in competition, so I have my own one. So yeah. And there's one more pouch at the front. This pouch right here, which has some ready mouth tape. I'm supposed to use this for sleeping, but I use it sometimes for nasal breathing, just to make sure you don't breathe through your mouth. So my ready recovery mouth tape. And then I've got a lacrosse ball. Is it lacrosse ball or rolling ball, whatever you want to call it? It's actually an Alpha Fit lacrosse ball. I always use this pretty much every day. And then I have my heart rate monitor, polar heart rate monitor. This is actually flat at the moment. There we go, heart rate monitor. And then I've got my ready nose strips, or nasal strips that you put over your nose. And yeah, it's just good for running or zone 2 when I want to really focus on my breathing, so use these. Yeah, that's pretty much everything in my gym bag. My shoes, my belts, knee sleeves, grips, sweatbands, skipping ropes, and then accessory items. Tally it all up, I'd like to know how much all this stuff costs.
Drum roll, please.
Because most of it is sponsored stuff. Like the shoes, obviously sponsored. The grips and all the frog stuff is sponsored. The ropes, sponsored. To be honest, I don't think I paid for anything in my bag, which is extremely lucky, where most people have to pay for everything. So I'll put a total of how much it all adds up to, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Something different. Next week will be finishing touches on training, getting ready for the road qualifiers, which will be pretty much a week from, it's 2 weeks now. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.